Well, biographical memoirs is a tremendous historical resource. And it's not just telling history, it's telling how things were done. And so I've had two very good examples of last year how I and my students have been able to use biographical memoirs, which might not seem the first port of call to try to understand how something was discovered scientifically. My own big use of biographical memoirs started when I was writing the scientific history of the Cavendish Laboratory, which I was head of for 8 years. And literally, I was using biographical memoirs every day for around a year and a half, because that was the fastest way to get definitive descriptions of what people actually did. And what you find when you're writing up something like this is that there's so many myths, there's so many imaginative accretions to the story, that getting definitive descriptions of what the people did, what the challenges were, and how it fitted in the broad picture, you can get that most directly through biographical memoirs of any source I've read. So the important thing is that in biographical memoirs, it's very valuable for historians, for academics, for researchers, for journalists, for a huge range of people who need access to definitive information about the science that's been achieved. So literally I found that I couldn't have written my scientific history of the Cavendish without such a facility. Another example happened just this summer when we, in the laboratory, we received a very generous benefaction about someone who we knew very little about. And this was someone who had actually invented a new type of cloud chamber. But by going back through biographical memoirs, we were able to get a complete track of who had done what in the development of the cloud chamber, because it involved fellows of the Society, C.T.I. Wilson, Blackett, and so forth, who had actually done it. And when they'd written up the biographical memoirs, there you got the complete picture of what had actually been done, absolutely without the overlay of biographical background. So from the point of view of getting the information, it's a fantastic resource which really everyone should know about.